Hello, Mafia Wars fans. This is Jason Yonker, also known as Yonks from TopMafia.info. Today we're going to talk about Mafia Wars and serial leveling. Well, what is serial leveling? That's essentially the ability for somebody to level essentially non-stop. I'm going to get started right here. I've actually about to level up. As you can see here, I only need 3 experience to level up. This is actually the experience energy toolbar from Zynga. Not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. I actually covered that in a video before, how you can level faster utilizing that bookmarklet. So I only need 3 experience to get to the next level, and I'm also a big fan of doing the Agostino-Cleto boss fight for a couple reasons. The energy here, I have 607 energy and 20 stamina. I actually cannot carry that into the next level after I level up. Whenever I level up, the energy and the stamina gets replenished. So the only way that I can actually do that is I can maximize my experience gain into the next level. And as I already said, I'm a big fan of doing the Agostino-Cleto boss fight. By doing this boss fight, for me it actually costs 403 energy. This is a calculation based upon your total energy, and it provides 564 experience. So let's go ahead and start this boss fight. Okay, he's dead. So now I have leveled up, promoted to level 1098. And if you want here, you can actually use your skill points. I don't think that I'm going to use them. I'm actually going to stockpile them to see what Zynga changes potentially with the game in the future. So we're just going to go ahead and close this. And I'm going to bounce over to Bangkok and do a real quick job over there. I'm going to get some of these Lloyd's scepters, make an example of a wealthy industrialist. You can use this little mouse over here. Lloyd's, it's actually Spectre. I'm going to get a couple of those. Do this job a couple times. And the reason for doing the job is you actually want to reduce this so your refill counter starts getting going. I'll do it twice here real quick. So there it is. Now I'm going to head over to New York and do some robbing. Robbing is actually my preferred method for utilizing the stamina. As you can see here, I've got a large pool of stamina, 3,030. So I'm going to head over here to the fight in New York, do some robbing. And I actually use the Robber Beta bookmarklet from Stockholm. Here it is. And I actually changed the delay interval on this particular bookmarklet to 1 so that it gets going. So it's going to start robbing here. I'm going to change it so it doesn't show loot or property stat. I'll actually show the property stats. Diamonds are really actually pretty important. You want to grab those as quick as possible so that you can be most effective, because they'll actually increase your experience to stamina ratio. Be sure to vault those ASAP if you haven't yet. Alright, it looked like Robber Beta has finished up here. That took probably about 10 minutes, and for your viewing sanity, I'm actually going to cut the 10 minutes out that it recorded there. And just to go over a little bit here, I'm not actually going to review Robber Beta. I'm going to show loot. I did get a diamond. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this bookmarklet. And now I'm going to head over to, I've got 9 stamina left. Let me see if I can pop one of these properties for 9 stamina. Hit this guy, that one, and that one. And now I'm going to head over to Bangkok. As you can see here, 8 experience to level. Now over to Bangkok to do some jobs there. And I'm going to work on getting some more of those Lloyd's Spectres. So let's do that. And there's one. So click through these jobs here real quick. And there's one thing that I'm looking for here. Either the experience down at a decent level or my energy leave about 400. We'll see how things end up here, because it might make sense to do a Bangkok job instead of Agostino-Cleto. And I'm going to get this collection item. Not going to share it with my friends. Okay, so now I've got 487 energy remaining. And I'm going to go ahead and do this job again. Okay, so now I only need 13 experience to get to the next level. And I'm going to go down here. There's two jobs that really get me pretty close to the same amount of experience. There's the Agostino Cleto boss fight, which gives me an experience energy ratio of 1.4. And then there's also this job on 5A or 5B. This is the one on 5B that gives me 506 energy, or 506 experience rather, for 299 energy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that job. And there, I'm into the next level. Skill points, I'm not going to allocate those skill points again. And that is essentially serial leveling. I just go through the procedure again. Actually going to do that Lloyd Spectre job a couple times. Alright, then I'm going to fly over to New York and do the robbing again. Fire up my robber bookmarklet. I'm actually going to open up a forum thread on Zynga's official forums as well as the TopMafia.info forums to discuss serial leveling, because my understanding is that Zynga is trying to remove that element from the game for multiple reasons. I personally think that that's a bad idea, and the reason that I think that is that that would be a fairly fundamental game-changing mechanic that would disallow new players from being able to be competitive with players that have been around for years. Because this is a game that is a couple years old. I've actually been playing it myself here on Facebook since February 2009, so I've been playing it myself for about 15 months. If Zynga does remove that capability, it would be very difficult for somebody to step into Mafia Wars and be able to accumulate loot or build up their mafia or any of that in a decent amount of time frame. So to change a game mechanic such as that would be, I think, a huge mistake. And there's also a lot of people that do enjoy serial leveling. I think that they might be able to make it a little more difficult. Serial leveling is actually something that Top Mafia has been discussing for the last year. We even had several photo albums that we posted talking about serial leveling, chronicling different serial levelers. So it's a fairly more widely used term within the Mafia Wars community, especially among the power players. But it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, if you've got some comments on serial leveling, I'd love to read them here. Drop them down below on this YouTube. Thanks a lot, and be sure to join us here, like I said, on the Facebook fan page, TopMafia.info. Laters.